from there, I guess let's roll into it. Um, as you as I go through, I'm going to be watching the chat. So if you've got a comment, I will either jump in. If it's something that's relevant right now, right then, and I see it, I'll try to integrate it directly in as I'm going through the workshop. Um, if it's a little bit up tangential, I'll wait till a good stopping point, or until there may be cases where I know we're going to kind of talk about it later. Um, but this workshop tonight is meant to talk about organizing from the bottom up, right? As green socialists, as independent socialists, we do not have the resources, right, to play the game the way that the Republicans and Democrats play. We're going to see an election coming up that's going to see billions of dollars spent. We don't have billions of dollars. It tends to come from advocating for a system that doesn't, allow billionaires. So, today we're going to be talking about how to do grassroots organizing, and not the what's called astroturfing that the major parties do, where they make you feel like it's grassroots, but it's still top-down directed. If we're going to really change things, if we're going to become a political alternative, we have to start in our local communities. We have to build bottom up, right? We don't have the money to compete top-down like they do. What we are going to have to leverage is people power. One thing I do want to say before I dive into this is that when you start looking into grassroots organizing, and the kind of the research and the training materials and the resources that are out there, what you're going to find out is that there's a really limited supply of resources oriented towards independent grassroots organizing, right? When you run into, organizing materials, they're often oriented towards the not-for-profit sector. They're often oriented towards, Democratic Party front groups and astroturf groups. They're often organized towards union and workplace organizing, which is often top-down. So there is no real clear playbook, right? There's bits and pieces, and obviously the strategies used in those other orientations have some things that we can take and learn from. But a lot of things have to be adapted. A lot of things have to be kind of put together as a collage to create a cohesive organizing framework for bottom-up grassroots organizing. So we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to cite a lot of pieces, and we may not necessarily agree with the overarching, perspective or orientation of the piece or of the author. But we think that it has something important for us to, kind of think about as we're organizing in our communities.